Wuthering Waves is an amazing gacha game, but it has some serious flaws that I'm going to talk about now, as in right now. Before that though, like, comment, and subscribe, and let's get into the video. First off, we have the ecosystem. The echoes in Wuthering Waves are arguably the coolest part about the game. Being able to transform into or summon a monster you've defeated to fight alongside you is incredible in theory and in practice. When it comes to gameplay, remember the echoes are supposed to act as gear that gives you stats. It's the same system that Genshin Impact and HSR have, where the stats you get are random and the substats too are random. So the chances you'll get what you want are low. Then there's the substats, the hardest part. In Genshin Impact and HSR, the substats are gotten by simply leveling up the gear, but in WoWa, you need another material called tuners, and let's just say that me and a lot of people hate this thing. The game gives it to you in small amounts, and let's just say you need a lot more than the game gives to you. Same thing with experience. Even when you finally get the main stat on the set you're looking for, which can take days, you might not even be able to level it up to see if it rolls well or not. How do you obtain echoes? You obtain echoes from exploring the world and killing monsters from the tacet fields. Exploring the world is a really good option, but it's kinda RNG dependent, as echoes aren't guaranteed to drop from enemies you fight, and you can spend hours looking for a particular echo to drop, trust me. Well, what about tacet fields? Tacet fields are the only reliable method of getting echoes in this game, but they cost 60 out of the 240 stamina you have every 24 hours, meaning you can only farm them 4 times a day without swiping. This needs to reduce to 40 in my opinion, as it would make it a lot easier to get what you want since you'd get more chances. Oh, and did I mention that echoes can't be fed into other echoes as XP? At least in HSR and Genshin you can feed in bad gear as XP. You can't do that in Wuthering Waves, and that means you usually have a lot of useless pieces just lying around doing nothing for you. I guess you can use them to data merge and get better pieces with bad ones, but as I said, with what's the point of having good pieces you can't even level? The data bank, in my opinion, should also guarantee you 5-star echoes at a lower level than 21. I'm not sure where, but anything lower would make it a lot easier to grind echoes mid-game. The UI in Wuthering Waves is also pretty amateur. I really feel they could do a lot more with the UI and make the game look a lot better, but that's just my opinion. The voice acting is good if you play on JP. Alright. The EN voices can be good, like with Jian and Kalkaro, but a lot of voices sound like they lack emotion or even sound like AI. The voice direction is what I think the real problem is, not even the voice actors. It really breaks your immersion when a character doesn't really feel like they're fighting, especially in a fighting game. In the Inland Story quest, they legit changed the VA mid-dialogue, like, bro, what? Overall, the VO makes the game feel like a lower quality than it is, and I feel that it needs to be redone. Honorable mentions for the worst VO in my opinion are Tauchi, Female Rover, and Lirong. The optimization in this game also needs work. Yes, I've heard the argument before of, oh well, my 4090 with 64 gigs of RAM doesn't have any performance problems, so they don't need to fix it. That take is not only selfish, but it's short-sighted. Do you have any idea how many players are missing out on this game because of their poor performance, because of the bad optimization of the game? I myself almost couldn't play the game, and I'm using a relatively new phone. I still get crashes every hour or so of playing, and bugs all the time. I'm not gonna say that they haven't improved, however, because 1.0 was way worse, but I will say that they need to go even further if they want to get new players playing their game. Well, that was my 2 cents. Subscribe if you want to win your next 50-50, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.